Hello, dear children. Welcome to our English lesson. I wish you all have a good time. Today, we are going to talk about the present simple tense. We are going to consider its form and its use. The present simple tense. Firstly, let's consider the verb to be in present simple. The verb to be is used as the main verb tense to state that something or someone exists at the present. Take a look at the following examples. I'm happy. She's helpful. She's 20 years old. He's a student. The positive or also called affirmative forms of the verb to be in English are as follows. Let's take a look at them. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are. In addition, let's look at the short forms of positive sentences. I'm, you're, his, she's, it's, we're, they're. To form negative sentences, we add the word not after the verb to be. I'm not. You are not. He is not. She is not. It is not. We are not. They are not. Now look at the short forms of negatives. I'm not. You aren't. He isn't. She isn't. It isn't. We aren't. They aren't. To make question sentences, we remove auxiliary verb to be to the first position. Am I? Are you? Is he? Is she? Is it? Are we? Are they? Now look at the short positive and negative answers to these questions. Am I? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Are you? Yes, you are. No, you are not. Or you aren't. Is he? Yes, he is. No, he is not. Or he isn't. Is she? Yes, she is. No, she is not. Or she isn't. Is it? Yes, it is. No, it is not. Or it isn't. Are we? Yes, we are. No, we are not. Or we aren't. Are they? Yes, they are. No, they are not. Or they aren't. The present simple tense with the other verbs. The present simple tense is the most common tense in English. We use the present simple to describe habits, repeated actions, or events, general truths, and instructions or directions. The present simple is used to express the idea that an action is repeated or usual. The action can be a habit, a hobby, a daily event, or something that often happens. Now let's take a look at some examples for habits. She drinks coffee at breakfast. She only eats vegetables at dinner. They watch television regularly. There are some examples for repeated actions or events. We catch the bus every morning. They drive to school every summer. The simple present can also indicate the speaker believes that a fact was true before, is true now, and will be true in the future. It's not important if the speaker is correct about the fact. It's also used to make generalizations about people or things. Let's look some examples for general truth. Water freezes at 0 degrees. The earth revolves around the sun. Please look at examples for instructions or directions. Open the packet and pour the contents into hot water. You walk for 200 meters, then you turn left. We form the present simple using the base form of the infinitive without the to. We add s to the infinitive of the verb in the third person singular. He, she, it. Let's look the table and let's read the sentences. I, you, we, they learn English at home. He, she, it learns English at home. But when the verb ends in O, double S, SH, CH, X, we add ending ES. For example, I go, he, she, it goes. I kiss, he, she, it kisses. I watch, he, she, it watches. I wash, he, she, it washes. I fix, he, she, it fixes. A consonant followed by Y, the Y changes into IE and we add ending S. For example, I study, he or she studies. A vowel followed by Y, we just add ending S. For example, I play, he or she plays. To make a question in English, we normally use do or does. Take a look some examples. You speak English. It is affirmative or positive sentence. Do you speak English? It's a question form. We use do when the subject is I, you, we, or they. When the subject is he, she, or it, we add does. Take a look at the table and let's read the sentences. Do I, you, we, they need a new bike? Does he, she, it need a new bike? Now, let's read a few more question sentences. Do you play the piano? Where do you live? Does Jack play football? Where does he come from? Do Rita and Angela live in Manchester? Where do they work? We use do and does with question words like where, what, and when. For example, where do Angela and Rita live? What does Angela do? When does Rita usually get up? But questions with who often don't use do or does. Take a look at examples. Who lives in London? Who plays football at the weekend? Who works at Liverpool City Hospital? There are useful questions. Read them and try to give answers. You have a minute. To make a negative sentence in English, we normally use don't or doesn't. We use don't when the subject is I, you, we, or they. When the subject is he, she, or it, we add doesn't between the subject and the verb to make a negative sentence. For example, you speak French. It's affirmative or positive sentence. You don't speak French. It's a negative sentence. He doesn't speak French. It's a negative sentence. Take a look at the table, and now let's read the sentences in the table. I, you, we, they don't have cereal for breakfast. He, she, it doesn't have cereal for breakfast. Now let's read a few more negative sentences. I like tennis, but I don't like football. Don't or do not. I don't live in London now. I don't play the piano, but I play the guitar. They don't work at the weekend. John doesn't live in Manchester. Doesn't or does not. Angela doesn't drive to work. She goes by bus. Take a look at the following sentences. That is how to give short answers with do and does. For example, do you like chocolate? Yes, I do. It's a positive answer. No, I don't. It's a negative answer. Let's read the rest. Do you need a pencil? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you both like chocolate? Yes, we do. No, we don't. Do they like chocolate? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Does he like chocolate? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Does she like chocolate? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Does it have 4 wheels? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. We often use adverbs of frequency or signal words like always, never, sometimes, often, usually, every day, once a week, and so on. There are signal words that are used in present simple tense. Let's make up sentences using these given words. You have 1 minute. Now look at the examples for these words. Example for sometimes. I sometimes eat carrots. Often. They often go to the supermarket. Always. She always swims at the sports center. Never. She never plays football. Usually. We usually watch TV in the evening. There are useful sentences about yourself. Try to complete them. Now it's time to practice. Let's practice. In this task, let's remake positive sentences into negative ones. Let's check answers. My father makes breakfast. My father doesn't make breakfast. She writes a letter. She doesn't write a letter. I speak Italian. I don't speak Italian. Danny phones his father on Sundays. Danny doesn't phone his father on Sundays. The next task is on question forms. Make up questions using the given words. Let's check the sentences. The first one. Do you speak English? The second one. When does he go home? The third one. Do they clean the bathroom? The fourth one. Where does she ride her bike? The fifth. Does Billy work in the supermarket? Next, complete the gaps with the correct forms of the verbs. Let's check answers. Tom speaks 6 languages. They all speak 3 languages. I don't like traveling. She lives in Birmingham. Where does she live? Where do they live? How often do you travel abroad? Michael has 2 dogs and a cat. Dear children, we have come to the end of our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and got benefit. Thank you for your watching. See you next time.